Good morning, everybody. Cooking chicken tortilla soup today. I'm prepping it for the freezer, and we'll probably cook it later on this week. In fact, you know what? I'm prepping it for the freezer, but I just might end up cooking it too for supper. So chicken tortilla soup is one of 5 meals from our TS favorites, and that's the next group that we are doing in our TS Cooking 101 class this coming Saturday. So today I'm going to start by prepping this by putting seasoned salt on 2 very large chicken breasts. The recipe called for 1.5 pounds of chicken breasts. These are very large, so I've got a little extra here. I'm guesstimating it's about 2 pounds actually. So I'm gonna get these in here. I've seasoned them already with as much seasoned salt as you would like. It doesn't give you a suggestion, but personally I didn't do very much. In fact, usually I substitute it all together and we'll do pepper, but I did not do that today. Let me just get these off. I've done a lot of the prep work already, just because I know you know how to cut your chicken and cut vegetables and so on and so forth. And I am actually doing another meal right after this one. So I've got my chicken breast in a bag, and now it wants me to add to that peppers and onions, which I've already chopped. This is the equivalent of 1/2 cup of onion. That's what the recipe calls for. However, I will tell you I did a little extra, so it's probably more like a cup. And then 1 green pepper chopped as well. My peppers were small, so I did 2 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and add this in here as well. And this is a meal that can be done in either, I think this one can be done either in the slow cooker or in the Instapot. So I've gone ahead and prepped my bag saying that, and I will decide on cooking day which way I'm going to choose. It also calls for some onion to be added, which I have already, excuse me, it's not onion for this one, it's actually garlic, which I've already pre-measured out. It's 2 teaspoons. Just gonna add that into here as well. And then it wants me to add to a separate bag black corn, black bean salsa, which is here, the entire jar. And then I am going to be adding to that some enchilada sauce, which is a 10-ounce can. And that's actually where the garlic seasoning should go in, which I caught myself in mid-pour. But it doesn't matter, because what you're going to do is you're going to be mixing the salsa, the enchilada sauce, and the seasoning into a bowl, and then adding it to the bag. So it really doesn't matter if you put the garlic in already or not, in my opinion. Because then once it's in the big pot, the cooking crock pot or the Instapot pot that day, you're going to give it a good stir before you set it to start cooking anyway. So that's what I'm going to put in here for now. I'm going to just move this to the side because, again, I've got to pour it over. So got a bowl right here. I've already pre-opened my enchilada sauce, so just a smaller size can, 10 ounces. I'm going to add that. I'm going to grab my spatula to make sure everything's out. There we go. And it calls for entire jar of salsa. Nice and chunky. It's gonna be really good in the soup. Okay. As easy as that. And now is the 2 teaspoons of garlic. So I'm gonna pour that in. Give it a bit of a stir, just to really mix the garlic around. But you can do the same thing when you have this bag all zipped up as well. I've pre-prepped my gallon-sized bag, because this actually, there's going to be 2 big bags involved, as well as a smaller bag, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So this is all mixed up. I'm just going to pour it over. When doing things like this, when prepping meals for the freezer, you want to have, if you don't have one of these stands, which I did get on Amazon, just use a bowl, whatever you need to prop your bag up so it doesn't fall over when you're putting in liquids or something heavy. So put that over there. untuck that. I did roll my bag over the top down over the zipper so that I didn't get any stuff inside there that would cause me problems when trying to zip up this bag. So I'm gonna let as much air out as I can, squish it down, roll it over, and finish zipping it. And this is where, if you didn't pour it into a bowl and mix it up, you can just go ahead and do it here. It's all sealed. Don't have to worry about it coming apart. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, this is my outer bag, which I have already labeled. I put a CP for Crock-Pot and IP for Instapot, today's date, and the name of the recipe. I'm going to go ahead and put this bag right in there. Now, the recipe also wants me to put broth into a bag, which you cannot see the purpose in doing that, to be honest with you, when I don't want to take a chance of the bag piercing. Again, I could double bag it, I understand that, but honestly, to either open up a carton of broth or open up a can, or I use whatever I have on hand, which today happens to be the bouillon, it doesn't make any sense at all to do it ahead of time. So it calls for 32 ounces of chicken broth, low sodium. I happen to have 4 packets here. I'm going to slide these down into my bag as well. It also calls for corn tortillas. Calls for 3. I've added 5 because, again, I have about 2 pounds, maybe a hair over 2 pounds of chicken in there. So what I'm going to do, it wants you to slice these into strips and add them to the top, but I'm not going to do that. I think it will get extra soggy even more. So I've just added 5 here to a bag, just a quart size or a sandwich bag, whatever you have on hand. I'm going to slide that down in there as well. And that's it until cooking day. The other things that I will need on cooking day are mixing up the broth. It calls for optional toppings, whichever you wish. So sour cream, shredded cheese, chopped cilantro, or chopped avocado. And that's it in a nutshell, basically. It will take you 6 to 8 hours on the crock pot and low, or 3 to 4 hours on high. Or you can choose to put it in the Instapot, where it will take you 20 minutes on high. And then a quick release. And then you can remove the chicken and shred it. Add it back in, and then add your toppings, and voila, you're good to go. So again, this is one of 5 meals from our Tia's Favorites kit. I'm going to tuck this recipe down in here so I don't have to grab my booklet on cooking day. Just get this down there and zip it up, and this one is done. Hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I'll catch you in cooking class on Saturday. If you do not know about it, you'd like to know more, reach out to your Tastefully Simple consultant, or in my case, any of my customers, feel free to just drop me a line at the bottom of this video, and I will be sure to send you an invite. Thank you. Take care.